Hello and welcome to this special module on basic e-content development, designing and production. My name is Dr. K.J.Singh and I am from Department of Journalism and Mass Communication, Himachal Pradesh University, Shimla. To begin with, there are multiple examples of e-content and information content creation that are available online. Of course, YouTube is most popular and you can find tutorials on any topic under the sun. We have Swayam portal, which is the UGC's e-content repository, and we have e-education portals like Udemy, Coursera, edX, Skillshare, Masterclass, Code Academy, and of course Unacademy, to name a few. Now, before we go ahead, it is important for us to understand that all these are diverse platforms that cater to specific audiences. And what we intend to create is again something very specific and different from what you find on these portals. Now, for the past 2 or 3 years, you might have noticed that activities associated with outcome-based education have been increasing, and e-content is a very important component or implementation tool of outcome-based education. But first we will talk about a very basic education model. This is ADDIA model. Of course, we all must be knowing about this, and this model has got a close association with the e-content creation, and this is something which is very helpful for creating e-content material. Now let us have a look at its components. The first one is analysis, the second one is design, then development, implementation and evaluation. You must have noticed that this is a linear model. First, we analyze what are the requirements of the students, and then we proceed to design the e-content. Now here, design is pretty much uniform for an institution. That means from department to department, it would not differ at all. Then we have development. Once we have the design, then of course the different departments or constituents of the educational institution can put the educational content and develop this portion. And of course then comes implementation, where this finished e-content material is integrated with educational resources of the institutions and is available to all the population of that institution. And of course then comes evaluation. That means based on what they have learned in that particular e-content module, the assessment is also administered to the students in shape of assignments and tests, and then evaluation is also obtained. That means from the starting to finish, everything happens with the help of a single process. And this usually happens on an integrated platform like LMS, that is Learning Management System. And that system is run by IT standards like SCORM, which is Shareable Content Object Reference Model, and XAPI, which is Experience Application Programming Interface. Now these are IT terms and IT information, but what we need to note is that everything developed in shape of e-content is administered on a platform which is LMS, and that platform is being run by an IT standard like SCORM and XAPI. And why this is important to know, it's because we have to understand that these processes are uniform and standardized. That means whatever happens in one department in terms of content creation would not differ from any other department. The steps and the process would be very much defined, and there will be no scope for any deviation from this process. But this would not be a bad thing because standardization would ensure quality and accountability, and of course, the assessment would become more transparent and the outcome based education would become more efficient. Now we talk about the 4-quadrant e-contents composition which has been prescribed by UGC. Now quadrant 1 is e-tutorial, which is the actual video of the e-content, and UGC actually wants that this video should not just have a teacher talking to a camera, but almost 80% of this video should have things like graphics, some photographs, some other videos, maybe animation, maybe simulations, maybe anything else which can complement what is being said by the teacher. Also, you have to submit a word by word transcript of what you have spoken in the video. The quadrant 2 contains self-instructional material, that is ebooks or any notes or any web resources, anything that you want to refer to the students for additional information. Now the third quadrant is about the interaction between the teacher and the students, and here there is a provision of a discussion forum in this very platform in which the students can clear their doubts, they can address the teacher, and they can have a discussion also among themselves. Now the fourth quadrant is about assessment. That means once the e-content has been administered to the students, and afterwards the students have to go through something prepared by the teacher, which can be a test, it can be an assignment, it can be a test in shape of a multiple choice questions, maybe fill in the blanks, anything that the teacher might deem appropriate. Now let's have a look at the urgent nature of the task for the HPO teachers. Now we have to prepare at least one or more e-content material per teacher for NIRF or NAC preview, and we have to follow the methodology as decided by the IQAC cell, which has been derived from the UGC guidelines. Now again, this is to emphasize that the e-learning is here to stay. It is not a passing fad, and we all have to update ourselves in the fast changing technology scenario. Now the basic technical approach for creating e-content is as follows. First, a YouTube channel should be created which should be dedicated only to your e-content materials. Now the e-content video lecture should not be less than 20 minutes duration. Next, this lecture is to be divided into 4 parts of approximately 5 minutes each. And of course, you can create a single PDF document which can have the detailed notes of the lecture delivered. Of course, we can have a uniformity of font, that is Times New Roman, 12 points. And in the same document, you can create at least 5 FAQs, web links, video links, or links to any other document containing relevant information. Now, assignment, assessment, and feedback. This is again the discretion of the teacher to design the assignment or assessment in any way they deem necessary. So you can administer the test with the help of Google Forms. You can design the test in shape of multiple choice questions, fill in the blanks, true or false, anything you want. And of course, short answer type questions or long answer type questions. And again, feedback can be gathered using Google Forms. Now let's come to e-video creation process. The first of the 4 videos should be an introduction to the topic. Only the title slide provided by the university should be used. Now each video should have its own title slide. As this e-video will be viewed more on mobile devices, font size above 24 or 26 is desirable. Use only plain colors in slides contrasting with the fonts used. The second and third videos carry the main focus of the lecture. And the fourth video is for final comments and summing up. Now some more e-video creation pointers. The pace. The pace of how you speak. Now it is not about being slow or fast, and it's not about how fluent you are. All you have to do is be very much yourself and be very organic about how you speak. Please use very simple and easy to understand content. The language, the sentences and the words should be kept simple. That means any high sounding word or difficult words should be avoided. Now pauses. Now as I've mentioned before, speaking for e-content video is not about speaking non-stop in front of the camera. It's okay to take a pause, turn one page of a paper, stop to catch your breath. This will make your whole speech much more relaxed and much more organic. Now interactivity is the key. That means whatever you have prepared, you would not be able to judge its efficacy unless the students report back about the quality of the content. Or if you do not notice anything happening in the discussion forum, you can urge your students to participate in the discussion forum, to mail you back with their inputs or maybe their suggestions, or maybe ask clarifications about anything they haven't understood. And that will give you a feedback for improving your future e-content modules. Now I am going to show you some basic tools or basic equipment which you require in order to make a good quality e-content video. Now this is a small clip microphone, and this will enhance your audio quality, which is very important. The audio quality of the cell phone is not that good. So if you are sitting at a distance from the cell phone, you will find that the audio recording is not that good. Of course, the video quality might be okay. So usage of these kinds of basic equipment, these microphones, is going to be very beneficial for creation of e-content and of course online teaching or participating in a Google Meet or a Zoom meeting. Now this is another microphone, a slightly better one, gives you much more better quality. But then you have to see with which equipment you are comfortable working with. This particular equipment can be directly attached to your laptop with a USB cable, so you can directly record your audio inside the computer. Now I would like to put in that just 6 or 7 years back, these things were really very costly. And it is only with the advent of e-commerce platforms that we are able to order these things from the comfort of our homes. Otherwise you had to go to all the way to Delhi, to big cities, in order to lay your hands on. Now this is a tripod. This is something which is very useful. You can put your cell phone on this stand. You can make it taller, make it shorter. It's very lightweight, easy to carry. And you can organize your video recording in any room with the help of this tripod. Something which is very useful, indispensable, I would say. So I would urge you, all of you, to please interact with each other in the comment section below. If you have any query, if you have any doubt, you can write that in the comment section and I will try my level best to answer your questions. Thank you so much for watching.